Hello everyone, today I will be explaining structural equation modeling, commonly known as SEM or SEM, and its application in marketing research. Let's start with what is SEM. Structural equation modeling is an advanced statistical method that allows researchers to test complex cause effect relationship between variables, especially when those variables are things we cannot measure directly, like customer satisfaction, brand loyalty, perceived value, or purchase intention. Unlike basic techniques like correlation or regression, SEM can explain multiple relationships simultaneously, and it allows the use of latent variables. That is, variables that are not directly observed but are constructed from measurable indicators. For example, brand loyalty itself cannot be measured, but statements like I purchase this brand often, I recommend this brand to others, acts as indicators of loyalty. SEM helps us model such hidden constructs accurately. Why is SEM useful in marketing? Marketing decisions today rely on understanding psychological constructs like attitude, trust, intention, satisfaction rather than only sale numbers. But these constructs are interconnected. For example, service quality leads to customer satisfaction and that leads to loyalty and that leads to revenue. SEM allows us to test all links at once rather than testing them one by one in separate models. This gives more realistic and credible results. Now comes two major parts of SEM. SEM has two key components. First one is measurement model and second one is structural model. In measurement model, this tests how well observed items like survey questions represents latent constructs. For example, how well your satisfaction questions actually measure satisfaction. And structural model, this tests the cause and effect relations among these constructs. For example, whether satisfaction actually leads to loyalty and how strongly. Only after the measurement part it validated we interpret the structural part. This ensures the quality of conclusions. Now comes SEM workflow in marketing research. When marketers apply SEM, they usually follow these steps. First, define constructs and relationships using past theories or literature. Second, collect survey data with multiple items for each construct. Third, check reliability and validity, confirming that indicators measure well. Fourth, build the SEM model using tools like AMOS, LISREL, or SmartPLs. Fifth, run the model and evaluate fit using indices such as CFI, RMSEA, and SRMR. 6. Interpret the path results to see which relationships are significant. And lastly, 7. Use findings for marketing strategy decisions. Now comes the real example in marketing. Let's take a typical customer behavior model. First, perceived quality leads to perceived value. Perceived value leads to customer satisfaction. Then it leads to repurchase intention. An SEM model can tell us whether quality truly leads to perceived value, whether perceived value actually increases satisfaction, whether satisfied customers really repurchase, and how strong each affects numerically. These insights help brand decide where to invest. Should they improve quality, reduce price, or improve service experience? Advantages of SEM in marketing. Handles complex models with multiple variables simultaneously, works with latent psychological constructs, includes measurement errors so results are more accurate. Test competing theories, not just one simple hypothesis. Used extensively in branding, CRM, consumer behavior, and digital marketing. This is why SCM is widely used in top journals of marketing, including the Journal of Consumer Research, Journal of Marketing Research, and many others. When should marketers use SCM? We should use SCM when our study involves attitudes, emotions, or perceptions. We should use SCM when we expect multiple indirect effects, not simple direct effects. We should use SCM when we have theoretical justification for the relationships and when we have enough sample size, usually about 200 cases. If the model is simple, say just 2 or 3 variables, then regression might suffice. But it constructs interact in a network, SCM is the right tool. To summarize, SCM is powerful modeling approach for analyzing complex theory-driven relationships among marketing constructs. It helps marketers understand not just what correlates with what, but how and why those relationships form. At last, in an era where consumer perception drives business success, SCM provides deeper, more trustworthy insight for strategic decisions. Thank you.